Good morning, children. Welcome to my today's class, today's English class, PUC first year, lesson number 7. If I was a tree, it's a poem. If I was a tree, written by Mudnakudu Chinnaswamy. Mudnakudu Chinnaswamy is a well-known poet who hails from Mudnakudu village, the name of a village, Mudnakudu, in Chamarajanagara. So, Chamarajanagara, Karnataka district. Chamarajanagara district in the state Karnataka. Chamarajanagara district of Karnataka state. He has 2 postgraduate degrees, that is MCom and an MA with a doctorate in literature in social science. By profession, he is the director finance of BMTC. He is the director of finance of BMTC, Bangalore Metropolitan Transport Corporation. Poetry is his passion. He holds interest in the field of culture, theatre and social works. He has brought out 24 books so far, which includes 6 collection of poems, 4 essays, 3 plays and short stories. This poem is written in Kannada by the poet Mudnakudu Chinnaswamy, but it is translated to English by Rowena Hill. So, coming to the poem, here in this poem, the poet has tried to bring out the discrimination of castes in our society. How there is a difference between the upper class and the lower class, or the upper caste and the lower caste, people in the society. How people of the lower class or the lower caste are treated. So, poet feels it more convenient to be a tree than to be a human being. This is what we observe. This is what we observe in the pre-reading activity. If we see to the textbook, in the pre-reading activity, it is convenient to be a tree than to be a human being. The poet shares his experience on being a tree. He assumes himself to be a tree and writes as follows. So, the poem starts. If I was a tree, the bird wouldn't ask me before it built its nest what caste I am. When sunlight embraced me, my shadow wouldn't feel defiled. My friendship with the cool breeze and the leaves would be sweet. This is the first stanza of the poem. The poet here says, if he was a tree, then the bird would come and sit on the branches of the tree. The bird wouldn't ask the tree its caste before sitting on it. The bird will not ask the tree what is your caste, and then after knowing the caste only, it doesn't sit on the tree. The bird wouldn't ask the caste to a tree before building its nest, does it? No, it will surely not. So here the poet has highlighted the word caste. He has tried to show the prevailing caste system in the society, the discrimination in the society. We see in the society that when a person meets another person, he first asks him, what is your caste? He asks the caste of the other man and then makes friendship, which is wrong. Here in this case, a tree a bird doesn't ask a tree, what is your caste? So in this case, a tree, it's not so. In case of a tree, it's not so. The birds never ask the caste of a tree before sitting on it or before building a nest on it. The poet further says that when sunlight falls on a tree, it embraces, that is, it embraces a tree. The words used in the poem are, it embraces a tree, that is, the sunlight falls on the tree. When the sunlight falls on the tree, then his shadow would not become impure or dirty. When the sunlight falls on the tree, the shadow of this would not become impure or dirty. Here the poet tries to say about the conditions that prevailed in our society earlier. Now it's not so much, but in the earlier days there was a lot of discrimination, especially the caste discrimination. He says that the upper class people considered themselves to be pure. Even if the shadow of a lower class person fell on them, they considered themselves to be pure. If the shadow of the lower class person would fall on them, then they would become impure. This is what the higher class people, the upper caste people consider themselves. They would become impure when the shadow of a lower class person would fall on them. But this would not be the case if he was a tree. The poet says his friendship would be with the cool breeze, with the leaves, and it was supposed to be more sweet than if he was a human being and making friendship with the people who always discriminated. So he feels it is better to be a tree and have friendship with the cool breeze and the leaves. The second stanza of the poem. Raindrops wouldn't turn back, taking me for a dog eater. When I branch out further from my roots, Mother Earth wouldn't flee, shouting for a bath. See, beautifully the poet has written these words. He says, when it rains, all go and enjoy in the rain. The raindrops that are falling will never ask anyone to what caste you belong, does it? No. Even if the person is untouchable or of lower caste, the word referred for the untouchables or the lower class people, the word referred is dog eater. The raindrop falls on him and touches him. Even the untouchables, the rain will fall on the untouchable. There is no difference for the rain or the raindrop. It doesn't discriminate. So this is nature. The leaves, the cool breeze, the rain, Mother Earth, they do not discriminate. Nature doesn't know what is caste, what is untouchability. It is the people in the society that create this dirty caste system and discrimination among human beings, among humans. The poet says, the raindrop will fall on the tree and will not turn back, taking him for an untouchable. Raindrop will fall on him and it doesn't go back just because he is an untouchable. The poet gives one more example here. When the tree grows, why he wants to be a tree? Because when the tree grows, it spreads its branches, its roots. It occupies further area, further space of the earth. That is Mother Earth they have mentioned in the poem. When this happens, the Mother Earth will not run away because the tree is occupying more space. The roots are touching the ground. That is, it's touching the Mother Earth. When the roots of the tree touch the Mother Earth, does it run away? Does it flee? The earth doesn't know what is caste and who is an untouchable. But man in the society does this. He runs away from the untouchables. The Mother Earth does not run away when the roots of the tree touch it. When the branches spread, the Mother Earth doesn't run away. But the humans in the society, man in this society, runs away from the untouchables. If any lower class person has touched him, he runs to have a bath and purify himself. Is it needed? It's not needed, but man has created such a situation. Man in this society says he becomes impure. Who? The upper class people. They say that they become impure when an untouchable, when a lower class person touches him. So he runs away to have a bath and purify himself. The poet is unhappy with the prevailing discrimination among humans in the society. Coming to the next few lines of the poem. The sacred cow would scrape her body on my bark. On my bark means when the poet assumes himself to be a tree. The sacred cow would scrape her body on my bark, scratching wherever it itched. And the 300,000 gods sheltering inside her would touch me. Very interesting. The poet says, the sacred cow, that is the holy cow, we people consider cow to be a god. And we believe that there are many gods within the cow. There are many gods that exist in the cow. It is a belief of a person that many gods are there within that cow, and that is why we worship cow. This cow would come and rub its body on the bark whenever its body itched. Whenever the itching is there on its body, then it will come and scrape on the bark of the tree. So the poet says, when it rubs its body, 300,000 gods would touch him if he was a tree. The cow here have no castes, so no discrimination. Man in this society does this. So poet prefers to be a tree than a man in this society. You must have read in your social books how untouchables were treated in our society. They were not allowed to enter the temples. They were not allowed to enter the schools in the classroom. They were not allowed. They were not allowed to take water from wells. Very badly the lower class people were treated in our society in the earlier days. Now there is a lot of change. So education brings about this change. But in this poem, the poet says, if I was a tree, what are the things he would enjoy? So next few lines, these are the last few lines of the poem. Who knows, at the end, hacked into pieces of dry wood, burning in the holy fire, I might be made pure, or becoming the bier for a sinless body, be borne on the shoulders of 4 good men. Lastly, the poet says, as a tree, he was able to give shelter to the birds. He was able to embrace the sunshine or the sunlight. He was able to touch the Mother Earth. He was able to touch 300,000 gods. He was able to touch the raindrop. And even after the death, that is that of a tree. When do we say the tree dies? When it dries off. The tree dies means it dries off. When the tree dries up, then also he will be useful, says the poet. Dry wood is used in the performing yajnas, homas, havanas, in the holy pujas. So dry wood is useful. It burns as a holy fire. It is made pure. Not only for burning in the holy fire, it might also be used to make a frame on which a dead body is placed. Bier, B-I-E-R, bier is a frame wherein they place the dead body. So even for such thing, this dry wood is useful. So the dry tree or the dry wood is used for making a bier for a sinless body. When a person dies, he is put on this. His body is put on this. It is carried by 4 men. That is, when a person dies, his body is placed on the bier and carried by people on the shoulders to the graveyard. Now, who are these four good people? The same people who make discrimination in the society. So, the poet says, if I was a tree, then I would be on the shoulders of these people. So, the poet says it is better to be a tree than a human being in this society where there is a discrimination. If he was a tree, then he would be on the shoulders of these four good men. The poet says, if he was a tree, he could allow the birds to sit on him. He could allow the birds to build a nest. He could touch 300,000 of gods. So he says it is better to be a tree than be a human being. So this is all about if I was a tree. Hope you all have understood this poem. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.